Hello again. Here's the segment on your site speed and conversion rate optimization. So the reason that conversion rate optimization and site speed are so important is because conversion rate optimization is going to allow us to convert the customers that we currently have at a very high rate. And if we can convert them well, we're going to get more revenue out of them. And so before we ever start on SEO, we want to make sure that we dive in and do well with your conversion rate optimization. So the first things that we look for when we're looking for conversion rate optimization is to have 2 or 3 call to actions in the first 2/3 of your page. So by this cutoff here, we want to have 2 or 3 call to actions. We want these call to actions to get people on the phone quickly. A couple things that we discourage is social media. Putting your social media in the first 2/3 of your page always is going to push people away from your page. We don't want to distract people because people get distracted very easily. In fact, over the last 5 years, over the last 5 to 10 years, I would say, the attention span of the user has significantly decreased. We used to have 5 to 6 seconds to get the attention of the user and convert them, but now that's gone down to 2 or 3, and so we need to make an instant impact, and we need to do it quickly. And so if we can get them on the phone, that's going to be your best option. Get them on the phone right now, right? And then throughout your content, we want to make sure that you have good call to actions throughout as well. They don't really do that very well. Definitely some room to improve. All of the landing pages that you're trying to get people to land on should have at least 2 or 3 call to actions and should be well optimized for that. And your conversion rate optimization is something that is extremely important, and you want to make sure you're not sleeping on it. A few things that people do and strategies that people use are things like videos for getting people to spend more time on the actual page, having engaging content, engaging photos, infographics, things that people are going to be drawn to. And so we highly recommend being intentional with your website. We don't want to just create a website just to create a website. We want to have very good on-site optimization. We want to be intentional with our targeting. We want to have great conversion rate optimization. And then site speed is very important, and not a lot of people talk about it. So when it comes to site speed or page speed insights is very useful. It's going to show you mobile and desktop here. These are the Core Web Vitals. The Core Web Vitals have become a very, very important part of the search engine algorithm. In fact, I think it was about last year, around this time, they made a Google algorithm change to include the Core Web Vitals, and so we need to make sure that our first contentful payment, this is way too high. All right, this is going to affect your loading speed. This is going to affect your loading speed, and so we want to make sure that we get these low, 1.5 lower here, probably below 1 second would be great. And then this is a huge issue in the fully load time, and so we've got to fix that as well. If you want to know how well you're doing, just run one of these updates. And then as far as fixing this, I actually outsource this. I have a guy who I believe he lives in Egypt, that does this for me. And so it allows us to come in and do your on-site optimization while we have other people in the background working on it. The site speed and things like this that are very important. As far as things that you can do, there's things like your image smasher, making sure that you're not getting a lot of, I think it's called WP Smush, making sure that you're not getting a lot of data stored on your website. Lazy load doesn't load images and videos until you get there, which makes your site way quicker, makes the loading speed way quicker, because then it's working on loading once people are already on your site instead of trying to load it all beforehand. You've got quite a few things like that, redirects and things like that. There's quite a few plugins that you can go in and utilize. Maybe I'll do a video on that to significantly boost not only your site speed, but also your conversion rate optimization. So here's that video. Definitely take your website, throw it in Page Speed Insights, and see what you have here. We want to be aggressive in getting green across the board. There's no reason you can't. If your website designers don't really know what they're doing, then let's get you hooked up with someone who does, so we can get this fixed for you. Thank you very much, and have a wonderful day.